This is the best interview that Kanye West has done this year, was on the Lex Fridman podcast. And he basically, for lack of better terms, argued with Lex Fridman. And he kind of attacked Lex Fridman in a couple times. At least definitely made him feel, you know, in my opinion, Lex Fridman's so nice of a person. I think he was almost too nice here. At least, like, I wouldn't be this nice to Kanye back. But I respect the hell out of Lex Fridman. I think this is also like a classy performance from him. But you guys, if you haven't watched the interview, what's your opinion if you did? But if you haven't, let's watch a couple of these clips and then give me your opinion afterwards. So let's watch a couple of these clips, right?
You said something that resonated with a lot of people when you said George Bush doesn't care about black people. I have to say, as somebody who cares for you, that Ye, the artist formerly known as Kanye West, doesn't care about Jewish people. In the same way you spoke about George Bush being a politician and not giving a fuck about the poor people that suffered after Katrina, you're not giving a fuck about the suffering of the Jewish people across the world.
Why am I not?
Because you're giving strength, motivation.
But we already updated. I gave an apology. You said it wasn't good enough.
Yeah, that's right.
Now you're telling me, no, I'm not gonna.
No. You don't need to kiss anyone's dick. What you're
asking me to kiss.
You have to say it was wrong to say. There's no Jewish media. There's no Jewish.
There isn't.
There's no control of the media by Jewish people.
You're an engineer, brother. If you're an engineer and you're not holding to the truth, that's not engineering.
Engineering is not. That's hate. That's not engineering. A great man still
Listen to this.
Pain does the right thing, and I think the right thing.
Listen to this.
Is to not say that there's Jewish control of the media. And
that's incorrect, though. That's a fucking lie. There is. And they did come and bully me. It proved the point.
No, the reason you don't say it is because the world is much bigger than forgive me, the narrow little world you exist in. Your impact stretches way past those little boardroom meetings over contracts.
So what should I have done? What should I have done?
Not say that you should be a strong man that doesn't mention religion or people, and then fight. Do you want to win this fight?
How do I win? How do we win?
Call out individual people. Build.
Yeah.
That's one way because you have a big voice.
But say the person's name. Jewish media. Who? It's like when DJ Khaled says they. Who the fuck is they? Who the fuck is the Jewish media control? Who are they, Kanye? What's the company? What's the people? He's not stating it. So he can say whatever the fuck he wants, and then you guys are going to believe it because he's Kanye West. That's the dangerous part. Because let's say that he might just be having a manic episode without us knowing about it. Because it's possible. Let's not act like it's not possible. And these are just thoughts that he's created in his head. Then you're believing lies. Now let's look at it like this. What if he is being controlled? The media, the Jewish media is working against him and controlling him. It's possible. I do believe that there is a upper, being or energy force. People call it Illuminati. There's something that can control, powerful, rich people, or might just be connected to the actual people. It might be the people themselves that have this powerful, decision-making type of situations. But do I have any evidence that I can break down? I have none. So why would I make it seem as if it's factual? It's just a belief. I can say, I believe this. I think that this might be happening. I can't say that something is factual when it is not. I think that's a conversation that people need to have. Let's watch more clips from this interview.
Prejudice towards a group in a way that's going to lead to hate. And I know you don't mean that. I know you have love in your heart. That's
what's the prejudice towards a group that led to hate? BLM. BLM took a black person, showed his death on camera because, okay, there are examples of us being killed and being killed on camera. But if it was spread on camera, it was done on purpose by the media. Because...
See, now let me fact check. This is what I'm talking about, guys. You can say something, but you need to be fact checked. So let's check. When did Black Lives Matter start? 2013. When did George Floyd die? 2020. Black Lives Matter, the movement, existed almost a decade prior to George Floyd's death. Black Lives Matter, the organization, I believe and I think, is corrupt and has become corrupt. They might have not been in the beginning, but there's definitely evidence showing now that they are potentially, in my opinion, definitely, but potentially legally, right? Or allegedly, for legal terms, corrupt. They're very corrupt. They've done a lot of bullshit with the money that we've donated. I say we because I donated to them. I was one of the people that donated. I was a part of their marches. But the movement needs to be separated from the organization, because the movement was brought to life because, yes, all lives do matter, but Black lives seem to not matter as much. So let's spotlight that and remind people Black lives matter. That's all it is. It's not saying that their lives matter more than anyone else's. It's just reminding you that they do as well. I think no one sat down with him and has even told him this. You need to get facts broken down.
14, 20 kids get killed in Chicago every week.
And you do nothing about it. And you're from Chicago, but okay. You do nothing about it. You're from Chicago. Go out there. Talk to the people of Chicago. Talk to the mayor of Chicago. Do something. What have you done? Nothing, but okay.
Actually, the death toll is up. The city where this happened is completely been turned to a war zone. It's actually something like Candace Owens can actually...
See, and that's why I stop him. Because he says this a couple times. I think throughout this interview, or definitely collectively throughout all the recent interviews, Candace Owens this, Candace Owens that. He keeps just taking Candace Owens talking points. It's like he has a lot of respect for this woman, and I get it. I like a lot of the stuff she's done in the past. I don't agree with her overall, but I definitely take her content in. I consume it. I study Candace because she hasn't committed no crimes. She just has very wild opinions, right? Or let's say not wild. What's controversial opinions, right? But she still is not as influential or as powerful as a Kanye West. She's not tied to or attached to as many companies and corporations as a Kanye West. She's not a billionaire like a Kanye West. So it's different worlds, but he keeps alluding to her. He keeps quoting her. So it's like he's just basically trying to become her. Like everything is her.
Nature, where if you focus too much on resentment,
we're not focusing on it anymore. Fuck the resentment.
Right.
We're moving forward.
Is there somebody in your life close to you that you trust enough to call you out on your bullshit? We're all full of shit sometimes.
What's my bullshit?
Well, some of it I pointed out today, but I don't know you deeply enough.
Though? What was the bullshit?
Jewish media,
That's not bullshit. The bullshit is that the Jewish media won't admit.
Your dad was right. Your dad was right. The words you used, you weren't.
And I said it. You're not gonna make me say it 800 more times.
I don't know if it resonated because you keep saying like the words.
Did it resonate to y'all that y'all ain't do nothing about it, and that all y'all want to do is have somebody apologize and sweep under the rug your bullshit that you've been doing the whole time?
Yeah,
you on the same bullshit as the other people. So you're doing the same thing that the other, let's say media, because I'm not allowed to say, has done. So until somebody
Which is what, man? I'm trying to call you out in your bullshit because I hope I'm somebody you can trust.
I don't fucking trust you.
Well, you should find people in your life you can trust.
Don't tell me what I should do. I'm not one of your BLM marchers.
This is silly because you don't know me, but it hurt when you say you don't trust me. You kind of lost me. I don't think anyone's ever said that to me. I don't know, man. Fuck that. I don't care about views or clickbait or any of that bullshit. I just thought you were one of the greatest artists ever. It'd be cool to talk to you. And I feel like you got pain you're working through. I never had anyone say that to me. Maybe I'm just being a mess about it, I guess. That's fucked up though. But maybe it's not. Maybe you shouldn't trust it. But I just haven't had that experience.
Yeah. Do you think I would trust Anybody at this point in my life?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I hear you. And it's also kind of good to see how much strength you got. You're not broken by any of this. You're under a lot of attack by a lot of people. You have a vision and you're trying to feel your way through it. And you might get destroyed for it. That's the human, that's the risk you take.
It's a wonderful life, though.
Man, such a mic drop type of moment. But my thing when he says that, it's a wonderful life. It's like Kanye knows, guys. He knows what he's doing. He just does what he feels. I think that's what he says at the end. It's like advice. Just do what you feel. He tells kids, just do whatever you feel. Whatever you feel, just do it. So I recommend watching the full Lex Fridman podcast episode with Kanye. It's wild, man. That right there was a clip from our bonus podcast episode available on Patreon only. You're going to get bonus full episodes. If you want to watch more about this topic, if you want to watch the entire full podcast, exclusive interviews with artists like Trippie Redd, to say the least, go on the Patreon. Club Ambition Patreon. $3 a month is all we need, and you're going to get that exclusive access to everything. But yeah, make sure to check it out. This clip is from there. Full podcast out right now. Cap.
They gon' let me for my ambition.